Of the state.
Okay. As it please the court, my lord, I confirm my appearance on behalf of Mr. Sabia
Okay.
and Mr. Nunes.
All right.
They are both here, my lord.
Okay.
If you could please the court, my lord, I confirm my appearance on Mr. Ntanzi.
Okay.
This is the court, my lord. I confirm my appearance on behalf of
Yeah,
case number 4, standing in for my colleague, Advocate Mshwadot.
Okay.
Thank you.
Still under oath, Mr. Zungu. Yeah.
My lord, perhaps before we develop the agency's examination, yesterday before we adjourned, there was an interaction between Advocate Baloyi and Mr. Gwabini.
Mr.
There was an interaction between the witness and the state prosecutor.
Mr.
The witness in the
Yes.
Yes, that's Gwabini.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Zungu.
Mr. Zungu.
Yeah, okay.
And during that interaction, there was an issue about a red VW Polo motor vehicle that was allegedly from the witness driven by Mohani during his arrest. And
Right.
Mr. Baloyi put a proposition to the effect that on the 4th of June 2020, that motor vehicle was involved in an accident. Therefore, it's not possible that it was present when the witness was arrested, my lord.
Yeah.
My lord, then we went to the records and the transcripts of the 29th of November during the examination of Mr. Gininda
Yeah.
by the prosecutor, where Mr. Gininda clearly says regarding the incident of Mr. Ntanzi, says, on the 19th of June 2020, Ms. Mohola indeed was not issued with a white BMW, but she was driving a red VW Golf that she used to transport accused number 1 to Tembisa Court. So that proposition that the motor vehicle was damaged by the 4th and by the 19th it was still not mobile cannot be true, my lord.
Mr. Baloyi.
Well, the evidence will have to be looked in its context. It could mean that what Brigadier Gininda is saying is that is the car that is usually driven by her. But we'll have a look at that, my lord.
Yeah, can you
the
both
the record will speak for itself.
Can you both check the record?
Yes.
Unfortunately, my lord, I cannot refer it because it's the
No,
record
fine. I'm just saying.
on my phone. But
No,
it's the record.
Yeah, no. When I say the record,
Yes.
just bring a transcript of the record.
Yes.
Okay, please.
We'll have a look at it, my lord.
Okay.
Ngaphambi kokuthi siqaleke ubaba uRamsipile beveza ke udaba lokuthi izolo ke bekuye kwabakhona ke inkulumo ebakhona phakathi komshushisi naye ke umnumzana uGwabeni la umshushisi ashilo ke khona ukuthi ngey4 ngokubufakazi ke phambi kwenkantolo ngey4 leya moto ebomvu leyana ke yayithole ingozi okusho ukuthi ke kwangeke kwenzeke ukuthi bekhona ngenkathi ufakazi noma ke umnumzana uGwabeni eboshwe. Usuyabuya ke manje ubaba uRamsipile uthi uhambile ke wayobheka ke wathola ke kubona ke ubufakazi bange 29 zika November la kwakufakaza khona uBrigadier Gininda la asho khona ke ukuthi ngey 19 zika June kubona ke unyaka ka 2020 imoto eyayishayelwa umuhula kwakuyi Golf ebomvu. Inkantolo isithi ke manje kuzofanele bobabili ke bahambe bayobheka ukuthi yikuphi ekuyikona phakathi kwaloku ke abakushoyo.
Okay, thanks.
This is the court, my lord.
Yeah, but-
I think this issue can be put at rest now because the state's got those records readily available. They can print it. That information it can be read into record. That is what they normally do.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you.
Well, we are of the view that the portion that Mr. Ramsipil is referring to is the same portion that we referred to yesterday, wherein Brigadier Gininda testified that he, as the commander of the unit, issued the Red Golf in question to Sergeant Mkola. It's in the same page. We're just trying to place that. Well, what we have here, my lord, says the same information that we placed on record yesterday, 29 November 2023, page 3, and we'll just read the entire page from the
29 November 2023.
2023. Yes. So
Right.
we'll start from page 2,
Page 2.
line 23, Brigadier Gininda. Okay, my lord. That is not true. First of all, I would want to answer from the 19th moving backwards. So on the 19th June, my lord, it is incorrect that there was such an incident because Sergeant Mukhola, I want to start with her. She was taking, I think, accused 1 to court, and the charge sheet, the defense is in possession of the charge sheet insofar as a drug-related matter. So that morning, she booked the accused from Valeria to Tembisa Court, and then the accused was taken back on that specific day on the 19th of June 2020. The defense, my lord, is also in possession of the relevant entry books, OB entries that confirm that accused 1 was booked from the police station for court purposes and back. The time is clearly indicated that there, on that specific day, my lord, she was not issued at that stage with a BMW. She was driving a red VW GTI, which was the car that was issued by me as a commander for her utilization. Furthermore, my lord, I was not with her on that specific day. This passage, my lord, is
So
as
it
we
must be
mentioned, it can be interpreted that on that day she was driving the GTI, or that she normally drives the GTI that he, as a commander of the unit, issued her with, my lord. But
yeah, fine. But the evidence
we can scrutinize the
Mukhola.
report in its entirety, just to try and give a proper interpretation.
No objection. What is it that needs to be interpreted here? Because the record is simply saying on that day, Mukhola was driving a red VW GTI that was issued by Gininda when he, for her utilization on a daily purposes. On that day, she utilized that red VW GTI to transport accused number 1 from Valeria to Tembisa Magistrate Court for his appearance. So what is it that needs to be interpreted there?
No, what's important for me,
Yes.
I want the evidence of Mukhola, where she says that car was involved in an accident at Messina, and it was a write-off. Remember that evidence?
Yes.
I want that page. Okay.
But then comes Brigadier Gininda, who says on the 19th.
Now let's get the other page, because now we're arguing at cross purposes. The driver of the vehicle, as I remember, said it was written off in an accident in Messina, and she gave a date. So let's get that portion of the evidence. Okay, fine. Let's continue.
And my lord, we have quoted the passage on page 2 where Brigadier Gininda says, I would want to answer from the 19th moving backwards. The page that we referred to yesterday about the accident, we'll print it just now, my lord. It's the 22nd of November 2023. and page 26, and we've quoted the passages that refers to the fact that they attended to an investigation in Carltonville on the 18th of June. And at that stage, they were using a white Golf, so she couldn't have used the red Golf on the 19th of June, my lord. It's just, I think.
I'm sorry, my lord, with due respect. The court has made a ruling. Let us look at the evidence of the driver, which is Mohola, not the interpretation
Yes.
by Leonard colleague. my lord.
Okay.
As the court persists.
We'll once again put the contents of the record of the 22nd of November 2023 on record, page 26, starting from line 20. This is Mr. Mgomezulu. What was the last time you saw accused number 2 after this? Then line 21. The following day, my lord, 18 June, at Carltonville, where he said he used to work. Mr. Mgomezulu. So on the 18th, was it the last day, the first and the last time you saw accused number 2? Specifically on the 18th, witness. My lord, I saw him again on the 19th, Mr. Mgomezulu. No, I was referring to the 18th, the time frame you saw him in Carltonville. After that, on the 18th, you did not meet accused number 2. Response by the witness, Sergeant Mohola. No, my lord, I did not see him, Mr. Mgomezulu. All right. On that particular day, who was driving, or were you driving a motor vehicle? Witness. That is correct, my lord. Mr. Mgomezulu, what car was it? Witness, Sergeant Mohola. It was Golf 7, my lord. Mr. Mgomezulu, what color was it? Witness, white in color, my lord. Mr. Mgomezulu, do you remember the registration number? No, my lord. How long have you been driving that motor vehicle? Witness, just after, my lord, we had an accident coming from Musina. I think it was just after 4 June. Mr. Mgomezulu. So in Carltonville, you were driving this Golf 7. Witness, Sergeant Mohola, that is correct, my lord, a white Golf. And Mr. Mgomezulu says, according to the logbook, it will reflect the registration numbers. The witness says only the SAPS number. However, my lord, on the statement given about the AVL, the car is also included, so the registration will be there, my lord. And it goes on, Mr. Mgomezulu. So it was also fitted with a tracking device. Says we can refer, my lord, to the AVL report. Mr. Mgomezulu, okay. This is the second time, the 17th and 18th. The third time is 19th June. And the witness, Sergeant Mohola, says the third time is 19th June. Whereabout? Then Mr. Mgomezulu, on the 19th June, did you meet accused 2? The witness, Pukem Police Station, my lord. Says, you never met accused 2 in Soweto? Says, no, my lord. Mr. Mgomezulu, on the 19th, you were still driving the same vehicle? And the witness says, that is correct, my lord. So, that is the context in which we put the proposition. And I think...
Why don't we find out from the government garage whether that car is still functional?
Yes.
Why don't you both do it? Because you know the registration number, you know the
Yes.
date.
Yes, we can also,
Yeah.
from our side, just get the repair authorizations
Yeah,
for the Red Golf.
That's it, please. Mr. Ramusipili, you do the same, okay?
My lord, I do not have the resources to do that. The state has.
No, you just write a letter. You write a letter to the government garage.
So you tell me, my lord, I've tried to get.
No, I can make an order. Fine.
That's fine. That's the system.
Right, sir.
Kulo daba ke ekhulunywa ngalo noma ke engavunyelana ngalo mayelana nale moto emhlophe nalena ke ebomvu umshushisi ufunda ke kubufakazi bange-22 zikaNovember 2023 kuyena ke upage 26 uqala ukufunda ke kuyena uline 20 lana ke inkulumo phakathi kwamnumzana uMngomezulu kanye nofakazi ke ufakazi ngalelo langa kwakuyena uSergeant Mukhola baba uMngomezulu ugcina kwakho ukubona umsolo wesibini kwakunini emva kwalokho ufakazi uSergeant Mukhola ngelanga elilandelayo inkosi enkantolo 18 zikaJune eCarltonville la asitshela noma asho ukuthi ke usebenza khona ubaba uMngomezulu ukusho ukuthi ngazo i18 kwakuyilanga lokugcina elokuqala kwakunye futhi ke nelokugcina ubona umsolo wesibili ikakhulukazi ke ngazo i18 ufakazi inkosi enkantolo ngambona futhi ngazo i19 baba uMngomezulu cha bengikhuluma nge18 mina isikhathi wambona eCarltonville emuva ke kwi18 awuhlangananga futhi nomsolo wesibili ufakazi cha inkosi enkantolo angizange ngimbone noma angimbonanga baba uMngomezulu kulungileke ngalelo langa lelo ubani owayeshayela noma wawuhamba ngemoto ufakazi yebo kunjalo inkosi enkantolo baba uMngomezulu yipi imoto nanihamba ngayo ufakazi kwakuyi Gold 7 inkosi enkantolo ubaba uMngomezulu umbala wayo wawunjani ufakazi yayimhlophe ngombala inkosi enkantolo ubaba uMngomezulu usayikhumbula ke iregistration yayo imoto leyo ufakazi cha inkosi enkantolo ubaba uMngomezulu sekunesikhathi esingakanani ke ushayela leyo moto leyo ufakazi nje emuva kwaloko inkosi enkantolo sathola ingozi uma sasibuya eMusina ngicabanga ukuthi kwakusemuva kwazo i4 zikaJune baba uMngomezulu okusho ukuthi eCarltonville wawuhamba ngayo leyo Gold 7 leyo ufakazi yebo kuyiqiniso inkosi enkantolo iGolf emhlophe baba uMngomezulu ngokwezincwadi ke zamaphoyisa izotshengisa yini noma izoyiveza yini ke iregistration yayo imoto ufakazi inumber ke yamaphoyisa kodwa ke inkosi enkantolo kwistatement esinikezwe yona ke iAVL imoto leyo ke iyafakwa noma ke isekhona ke okusho ukuthi ke nayo ke inumber noma registration yayo izoba khona lapho okusho baba uMngomezulu kusho ukuthi ke itracker yayinayo imoto leyo singabheka ke noma singabuka umbiko wayo iAVL okay okufuthi ke ihlandla lesibili ke ngazo i17 ne18 ihlandla lesithathu i19 ufakazi ihlandla lesithathu kungeyi19 kuphi nendawo baba uMngomezulu nahlangana naye ngeyi19 umsolo wesibili ufakazi ke epolice station yasephukeni kosenkantolo awukaze uhlangane nomsolo wesibili eSoweto ufakazi cha baba uMngomezulu ngeyi19 wawusahamba ngayo ngaleyo moto leyo yebo kuyiqiniso
Okay, thanks.
Sir, you testify that on the night when you were arrested, on a Monday in June 2020, you were sleeping in the S section of the hostel. Is that correct?
ubufakazi bakho ke mnumzane shilo ukuthi ke ngomsombuluko ebusuku owaboshwa ngawo ngoJune ka2020 wawuleli ko S hostel.
Yeah.
Yes.
But were you not staying in the N section of the hostel?
Kodwa ke ingabe wawungahlali ko N yini?
Ngaboshwa eS ngilele khona.
I was arrested at the S section. That's where I was sleeping.
Mr. Zungu, the question is, were you not staying at the N section?
Umbuzo ke baba uZungu uthi wawungahlali ko N yini?
Angihlale lapho engidla khona.
I don't stay.
S
Okay.
lapho ngithola khona amaphoyisa.
Okay. I don't reside at the N section. That's where I normally eat at the N section. I reside at the S section where the police found me or arrested me at.
In the statement that is in your name, which will revert to at a greater detail at a later stage, you give your address as residing at number N6/3 Block N, Baswitino Hostel.
Objection. Objection. The state cannot say that that statement belongs to this witness. The state has got to prove that statement before it starts to cross-examine on the content of that statement. But it cannot stand up and say on the statement which is in your name. The state must prove it first before it starts to cross-examine this witness on the content of that statement.
Yes, sir.
2 points, my lord. Firstly, Mr. Zungu himself says a statement was made and he was asked to transfer on the statement what accused number 1, Mr. Sibia, said. That is the first thing. Secondly, my lord, the defense themselves have cross-examined witnesses on the statements of other witnesses. And the issue didn't occupy them at that stage, my lord, that the statement hadn't been proven. They cross-examined on statements of a number of witnesses, and some of them have even been handed up, my lord. We are surprised that they are raising this point. But legal speaking, my lord, the witness hasn't, as we mentioned, he mentioned that he signed the statement, he plays an S on the statement. He's just putting the, he says the contents were transferred from what accused number 1 said to this document. So we submit, my lord, that we can cross-examine on the statement.
Is it a statement? Or is it a document?
It's a statement, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Nisi, what's your view?
The state must prove the statement before it cross-examine the witness on the basis or on the content of that statement. It must prove it. If the state has got a problem, how to prove a statement, then it must say so, we'll assist him. But he must prove it.
Yeah, prove the statement, Mr. Balwi.
Well, I'm sorry, my lord.
Prove the statement.
Yes. Well, firstly, as we've indicated, my lord, the witness said that on the 24th, Mr. Zungu, on the 24th of June 2020, he was in the presence of Brigadier Gininda, and that Brigadier Gininda then took down a statement. He transferred what accused number 1 was saying to this document, the statement that is being referred to. This issue is very crucial. And we are going to refer to the statement in greater detail at a later stage.
But please, I'm making a ruling. Prove it. Prove
if
it.
it is, I'm sorry, Malad, if it
Prove
is,
it. Prove the statement.
if it is necessary, the
Yeah.
point need to be argued.
Yeah, right.
And we'll suggest that heads be filed will agree on a timetable to argue this specific point.
Yes, Mr. Nisi.
The state is making an order a ruling that, I mean, the court's making a ruling that the state must prove the statement. The state comes out through Mr. Baloyi and say, no, if it needs to be, we can file heads and argue this point. That's not what the court is saying. And even so, that suggestion or that ruling must also come from the court, not from the state. It
Yeah,
must come from the presiding
fine.
officer. The court is now saying, Mr. Baloyi, can you proceed to prove the statement? He must do that.
No, fine, but if he wants to file heads, he can do that.
Yes.
If he wants to file heads.
Thank you, my lord.
All right. Sure.
We leave that point
Yeah.
there for now. But as I say, my lord, the main thrust of the state cross-examination will be based on this statement, my lord. But
So you want to first file your
yes,
heads?
no. We can traverse the issue at the later
Later
stage.
Okay,
Yes.
fine.
Mr. Zungu, so you did not give your address as end section in a document that's dated 24 June 2020.
No, but
The-
that is incorrect again, my lord. That is incorrect. Mr. Baloyi is getting into the content of the statement. He must prove it. He cannot begin to ask even the name that is written on the statement before he begins, before he has proven it. He cannot touch that statement before he has proven it. He must prove it, and he needs to prove it.
Okay. Well, my lord, as I say, at this point, we need not engage with the statement. We'll do so at a later stage. Mr. Zungu, what we want to find out from you, you say you were staying in the S section and not the N section. Is that correct?
Okwamanje kudaba lestatement uzobe luye kwake uzophinde kubuyele kulona ke ngabe uthi ke kubufakazi bakho wawungahlali ke N kodwa uhlale S.
ene bengidla khona kuphela.
Yes, at the N section that's where I only used to go and eat.
And in your evidence in chief, you haven't referred to the N section.
Nkathi ke uthula ubufakazi bakho sukela nje uqalileke sukela ngomsombuluko awukaze nje ukhulume lutho nge-N.
Aze ngikhulume lutho nge-N.
I haven't referred to the N section.
Right. You testify that you were arrested in June 2020 on a Monday, and you testify that when you were placed in the cells at Primrose, it was on a Tuesday morning. Is that correct?
Kubufakazi bakho ushilo ukuthi waboshwa ke kungomsombuluko ekseni kodwa ke kungomsombuluko ebusuku kodwa ke uma ngabe usufakwa ke emaselini ePrimrose kwenzeka lokho kungolesibili. Yes.
Now, the state is in possession of the cell register from Primrose Police Station with your name. It indicates your name. It's entry 145, Mr. Sifiso Zungu. Says age 29, male. The date is the 23rd of June 2020. Will that be correct?
Lana ke siphethe incwadi ke yasemaphoyiseni eyakhona ke ePrimrose eshoyo ke lapho uma ke ufakwa ke emaseleni kuyabhalwa ke lapha imininingwane ukuthi ke umnumzana uSifiso Zungu iminyaka ke iminyaka u29, what is the other detail, age 29.
And the date is indicated It's the name, the age, the gender, and the date of the 23rd of June 2020.
idate ke kwakungeyi-23 zikaJune 2020. Incwadi ke leyana umuntu uma engena ke e-police station. Okay, ungekaphenduki ke.
Yes, sir.
I'm completely lost now. I don't know which document is the state referring to.
Which
I don't-
one?
I'm completely lost. I don't know which document is the state referring to. I don't have it.
No, that's a cell register.
I don't have the copy of the cell register.
Yeah, will you make copies?
My Lord, yesterday
Ah,
I showed the defense these documents, the cell register, and no one was interested in the. No
you
one-
showed them yesterday.
Yes, no one asked copies of the cell register. No one was interested, but we'll make copies for them. We are also in possession of the occurrence book.
It is incorrect, my Lord. Objection. It is incorrect that you were not interested in them. We asked specific questions from Mr. Baloyi on which he failed to respond. And then we said, okay, let us leave that issue there. Not like we're not interested. We asked a pertinent issue on the
Wait,
relevance of his document,
Just-
and then Mr.
let's
Baloyi
adjourn.
wasn't able to
Wait,
give us
wait.
the answers.
Let's
Yes.
adjourn and you make copies.
Thank you, my Lord.
Hey, you know, I'm shocked at the behavior of advocates. Shocked.
We also shocked, my Lord. In as much
You're
as the
behaving
court
like
is shocked-
children.
No, we also
No,
shocked.
no, I'm making the remarks.
Yes, my Lord. We
Then you
also
shut
shocked.
up. You shut up. I'm making the remarks.
Thank you, my Lord. I'll shut up.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm shocked.
Yes.
One advocate says, I showed them, nobody was interested. No, he never showed us. We asked questions, blah, blah. And we are all court officers. Go to the agenda.
we have made 2 bundles of copies and we're giving them to the defense. It's the copy of the Primrose Occurrence Book, SAP 10, and copies of the cell register from Primrose, SAP 14, as well as copies of the Occurrence Book from Phosphorus Police Station, SAP 10, as well as copies of the cell register from Phosphorus Police Station. And we're giving our colleagues each a copy. We're also giving an extra copy for advocating someone. My Lord, as we intimated, the statement that is in issue is central.
What's that?
The statement
Yeah.
in issue is central to the issue, to touch sides with most of the issues that come up with in cross-examination. And our suggestion, my Lord, that the only practical way of resolving the issue, and this is just a suggestion from the state side, is that the matter be fully ventilated by way of heads of argument regarding the admissibility of this statement, and that we agree on a timetable for the filing of heads. That is a state suggestion, my Lord, of how to deal with the issue. So we can continue with the other issues, but we will, from time to time, find ourselves in a situation where we have to come back to the issue of this statement.
I see.
Hence, we are suggesting, my Lord, that the matter be deferred for the issue of the statement to be properly ventilated.
Yes. What about the defense, Mr. Minister?
I did not hear the state, my Lord. He was talking very low.
Okay. I'll repeat, and maybe I should face the defense. Sorry if my colleagues did not hear me. My Lord, the issue of this witness statement is central to the cross-examination of the state, and in light of the stance that has been adopted by my colleagues when they raise an objection, we suggest that the only way of dealing with the matter is if the matter is deferred and the state and the defense file heads on the admissibility of the contents of the statement, and that a timetable be agreed upon for the filing of the heads. We've indicated that we can proceed, my Lord, with other issues, but we will always find ourselves in a situation where we have to refer to the statement. And the suggestion from the state side, my Lord, is that the practical way of dealing with the issue is if it's properly ventilated at the outset, so that we can then decide as to how to proceed with cross-examination, depending on the outcome. That is our suggestion, my lord.
Yeah, okay. Let's hear the defense.
Thank you, my lord. Now I hear the stage. Thank you, my lord. That approach is precarious.
It's what?
It's precarious. It's irregular, because the court has already made a ruling that the state must prove the statement. That's an order. If the state is not happy with what the court has ordered, unfortunately, an order that is made by a judge cannot be taken on review. It can only be taken upon. As it is now, the court is functus officio, cannot change its own decision, my lord. Therefore, what is suggested by the state here is totally irregular. The order of the court stands, unless they want to challenge the order that is granted by the court, my lord. That the state must continue to prove their statement. Thank you, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Ramsepedi.
My lord, maybe before I make my submissions, I'm not sure whether what the court made earlier on was an order or a ruling.
Yeah, at least you understand the law.
Yes.
It's a ruling.
Yeah.
Yes, so what?
So now that it being a ruling, my lord, personally, I'm amenable that the matter be ventilated in argument emanating from that, then an order will be made by this court, my lord.
Okay. Mr. Mponi?
Thank you, my lord. I also have no problems. I also have no problems if as the state is saying, that they want to use the statement, the alleged statement made by this witness, Kwabeni. So if it suggests that we go via the routes of fighting heads, I will not have any problems with that.
Madam Mayor, if I can just respond to what Advocate Nisi raised. Even within the ambit of the ruling that was made by the court, the only practical way, my lord, of dealing with the situation would be in a trial within a trial. In other words, Brigadier Gininda is recalled, and the circumstances regarding the taking of the statement is properly ventilated. But for that, we'll then need to file heads of argument, and this is where we are going with the matter, my lord. So it is still within the ruling that has been made by the court.
Any counter from Mr. Nisi?
As it is the court, my lord, I stand by my submissions.
Njengoba umbuso uyasho ukuthi nangoba uzohloma imibuzo kuyena-ke ufakazi bazomane njalo nje beya kusona-ke istatement lezi abathi bona bewumbuso senziwa uyena ufakazi manje-ke bathi bayacela-ke ukuthi ngoba-ke bazohlala njalo beya kusona-ke kuyacelwa-ke ukuthi noma isicelo basidlulisele enkantolo ukuthi bona bewumbuso kanye nabameli bedluliseke izethulo zabo enkantolo kuzothi inkantolo yona-ke yenze isinqumo ngako lokho ngoba bathi angeke bakhone ukuthi bangaqhubeka baye phambili bengakhulumi ngaso inkantolo-ke ezosho manje ukuthi-ke kuzokwenzekani ngalokho.
Yeah. You know, if as the state argues that this statement is central to its case, and that it will be obliged, even if we proceed without having made an order or a ruling regarding the statement, if it will not be efficacious for this court to adjourn. It must be something which is centrally agreed upon that if admissibility is in question and the state has an obligation to prove that statement, because if a document which is signed under oath is being disputed, the state has and bears the onus to prove that the statement was made lawfully. Consequently, I think the defense and the state must arrange a date. I don't know how many days you need to argue this matter. Prepare heads if you want to, but you can tell me. You can stand down the case until tomorrow or the day after, depending on how long you all need. And then you respond after the state has argued. Then thereafter I'll deliver a judgment in effect.
Mala, tomorrow is Friday. It is a short day, but we can prepare heads of argument and argue the matter tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes. The only problem is the state will first have to file heads, submit them, and my colleagues will then have to respond to those heads. That's why we earlier suggested a timetable for the exchange of.
Yeah, you can agree on it. Let's agree on the times.
The
dates.
of papers.
Let's agree first. When should you file? The state, when should it file? It's
Yes.
then the defense has to respond if they want to respond.
Yes. We can file by tomorrow afternoon, my lord, 1300 hours.
The defense tomorrow. Is it?
The state is saying it's going to file by tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
Then you respond on Monday. We can argue on Tuesday.
You agreed on that, all of you.
That's in order.
Okay.
Umbuso uyasho ukuthi bona-ke zaphi izethulo bazomdlulisa-ke kusasa. Abameli-ke bona-ke bazophendula-ke kulezo zethulo ngomsombuluko. Bese sekuthi-ke ngolwesibili-ke sekuzokwenziwa-ke iy'nkulumo la enkantolo.
Okay. In the meantime, what do we do? Do we retire or do we what?
My lord, obviously we're going to need time to start working on the heads. So we suggest that we should adjourn.
And Mr. Zungu, will he be available on Tuesday?
hayi lutho sengibele emsebenzini ngomsombuluko.
No, my lord, I'm going back to work on Monday.
Because when they argue, you should be in court. When they file, you don't have to be in court. They file the documents, the state files tomorrow, the response by the defense is on Monday, then the argument is on Tuesday. You've got to be present.
Ngoba-ke mase kwenziwa-ke manje iy'nkulumo mpikiswano-ke manje emuva kokuthi-ke bedluliselene-ke izethulo zabo. Uma ngolwesibili sekuleya nkulumo mpikiswano-ke inkantolo, inkosi enkantolo ithi kufanele-ke ukuthi ube khona ngoba-ke yi-statement abathi singawe lesi noma esenziwa uwena.
Shuthi mina ukukhomba ukuthi angicatshange ukuthi ngiyasebenza mina.
So there's no consideration on my part that I'm employed, my lord.
No, we are all employed. I'm also employed. Mangishizwe lapha nami ngiyasebenza.
Inkosi enkantolo ngcono yena iyasebenza mina ngizophela umsebenzi.
Hayi sizobhala incwadi. We'll make an order. And if umlungu wakhe akafuna ukurelease sizoya e-court naye, because it will be a court order.
Ngamanye amagama kokusho inkantolo ukuthi angeke kuphelele umsebenzi ngoba-ke kuzoba kuyincwadi ephuma enkantolo.
Ukuthi bakudedele until ucede ubufakazi bakho.
Maybe
Yebo.
if I can assist, my lord, I
Yeah.
think his main concern is there's a rule that says if he's not at work, he does not get paid. He has actually raised that concern.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So, what, assuming the cross-examination takes 3 weeks, let me be ridiculous. The cross-examination takes 3 weeks. What happens?
I'm in the hands of the court, my lord.
Can't you arrange to write a letter to the employer? You together, all of you, explaining the exigence, and then I'll make it an order of course.
Siphakamise inkantolo esenzayo ke manje kumshushisi kanye nabameli bonke ukuthi bona babhaleke inkantolo yona ke izokwenza ke ukuthi kube into ke isinqumo senkantolo izondluliselwa kuyena ke la noma kwindawo osebenza kuyona.
Is that okay, sir?
Ukahle kanjalo baba.
hayi ngiyaphoqa kodwa kusenankinga ngiyangiphoqa phela nayo phela ngize ecourt mina ngizofisa statement sami ayikho into enibambe for statement sami.
I'm being forced now, so what can I do, my lord?
No, you're not being forced.
I'll pour confit.
It's the circumstances of the case.
Isimo secala.
And this happens everywhere in the world.
Futhi ke akwenzeki nje la kuphela lokho into eyenzeka nje indawo yonke. Akwenzeki la kuphela.
Okay, how long should you adjourn for?
We adjourn until Tuesday, my lord.
No, I mean for the letter.
Well, I think we can discuss that amongst
Yeah,
ourselves.
you'll call me when you're
Yeah.
through, so that
Should it be necessary, we'll liaise with the registrar.
yeah, please. Okay, we adjourn until I'm called back.
The state has assisted now the defense with a G32, a subpoena to appear in court, which will serve as enough proof to the employer that the witness is now before court. Ms. Court, please.
Okay.
I confirm the arrangement.
There you go. Okay, fine. You've explained to him. Explain.
Okwenzekayo ke babuza kwabeni ukuthi ke umshushisi uqeda utshela inkantolo ke manje ukuthi ke ubufakazi ke bokuthi uyadingeka la enkantolo uthi ke ubufakazi obanele lobo khona ke incwadi abayibiza ngokuthi ke iJ32 isapina iyona ke ezundluliselwa emsebenzini wakho iyona ezokhombisa etshengisa ukuthi ke usadingeka enkantolo ubufakazi abonele lobo nabameli ke bayavumelana nabo ukuthi bavumelene ngalokho.
Yeah, thanks. So, we postpone to
Tuesday, my lord.
Tuesday.
2nd of December, 2025.
Thanks, Mr. Zungu. Tuesday, we'll speak again.
So
Okay.
olesibili ke ngeyi-2 ka December kala yahletiswa ke kuze kube leso sikhathi.
Okay, we shall adjourn.